We tried to speak to him 3 weeks since he was appointed to him. He would not answer his phone. He would not return calls. He would not return messages.
All right.
Not
What's
from anyone,
what's
sir.
the defendant's name? Again, your son's name?
Zane Beering.
Okay, I'm gonna set that for a hearing tomorrow morning.
I
And-
know if I can.
okay. We live in Austin, Texas. I
Yeah.
got
I'm
up at
sorry.
4 a.m. to be here.
Yeah,
We were gonna
see, he's gone. What I wanted to do is set it for tomorrow, have Mr. Dusler in here explain why he's acting that way. If that's the way he's acting now, I'm hearing your version. I want to hear him too.
Yes, sir.
But he's supposed to handle,
I-
all defendants are supposed to be represented by competent, vigorous
And
representation.
he told me outside he didn't care, sir. And that's where his words.
Well, I'd like to, yeah, I need to,
Yes, sir.
to talk to
Carl
him
was
about
standing there when I was trying to talk to him.
I didn't hear anything.
Oh, he would. He told me he didn't hear.
Yeah.
He was saying he was outside.
well, I mean, don't call witnesses if you
Sorry,
don't know what
no,
they're
sir.
saying.
I'm sorry. I just thought, no, he was standing there. I apologize. But Your Honor, I can attest to my son has been staying out of trouble.
Okay, but
I-
the scientific test proves otherwise. We've been doing this 19 years, sir.
It's been less than 40 days, sir, since he was arrested. And I promise you, sir, he's been doing everything to stay out of the way. Enrolled in school, in college.
You're saying that the marijuana has been in his system for 40 days?
Sir, he's.
Is that what you're saying?
Yes, sir. I would like
Sorry,
I would-
it's not going to work.
Sir,
It doesn't. That's not
marijuana
the way
can
it
last up
works.
to hair and hair follicles 90 days, up to 60 days in your urine if you're a chronic user.
Anything else?
No, sir.
Okay. We're going to give you Mr. Dusler's number. I want to know if he's refusing. There's a posted note right there. If he is not, if he does not answer phone calls in regards to immediate family members who are trying to
Yes.
get information for their client, that would be inappropriate. And I'll have,
Yes, sir. I'm sorry.
and then he's appointed at the court's discretion. And if lawyers are not treating clients and relatives of clients, especially those who are in custody appropriately and professionally, then I'll deal with it firmly.
Your Honor.
And that I don't put up with that. And I don't generally get complaints.
And I
But
would,
when it does, when we do, we get to we address them. You have a right to find out as much information as you can about your
agree,
child.
Your Honor, but Your Honor, I promise you, my son, I wouldn't be standing here if it wasn't for the fact that he was moving so well in life. I would not be standing here, Bridget. Okay,
Yeah.
and
Well, look, just at the end of the day, not to say that you're
still
don't act,
3,000.
don't act naive. But let me just tell you, when people use drugs, I've only been doing this for 40 years, involved as a defense attorney,
Yeah.
a prosecutor, a judge now for 19 years.
Yes, sir.
When it comes to drugs, people are rarely forthright
Yes, sir.
because it's something they know is wrong and they hide it, and it gets the best of them, and they lose their abilities to really think rationally because they become the drug overpowers them, and it's always been that way.
Always, yes, sir.
And
Long as
I see it over and over again.
My brother
And
died of
the
drug
family
overdose.
members are the last, they're never going to do things in front of their family or let their family know because they know it's wrong. They're ashamed of it, but they're stuck. And I'm thinking, when we deal with this, we have a 92% success rate in our probation, especially drug cases.
Yes, sir.
The average is 75% in the country.
Yes.
We have a 92 because we deal with things pretty aggressively on getting help, especially with drugs.
Yes, sir.
But
I-
I know what you're saying,
he has,
but
he
I
doesn't
know-
use
I
any
don't-
other drugs.
but I
at
know
all.
what happens over and over
Yes,
again
sir.
for 40 years, sir.
Yes, sir.
40 years.
I have no
It's-
doubt in my
The
mind.
parents come up here and they're shocked and ashamed and they're trying to defend their child, but he's a grown-up.
Yes, sir.
And you don't see him all the time.
We
And you don't see him all the time, and they're not gonna use drugs in front of you. They're
No,
not
sir,
gonna want to embarrass.
Yes, sir. I wouldn't, I understand what you're saying. Yes, sir.
But
Again,
and
he
the
doesn't
scientific
use-
test is what we use, and that is
Your Honor, if
is,
you were
uh,
to give him a
proven.
chance, if you were to give him a chance, I can guarantee you, he comes back in for 30 days, he will not have anything in his
it's in the
system.
debate.
That would give
I don't
plenty
deal
of time
with,
for his system to be clean of
I
marijuana.
can't deal with, I'm not gonna deal with you on that. He tested positive, and that's what we test for. Now, his lawyer needs to get in the game to get him up here so we can resolve this case one way or the other.
So that's when I had asked him outside. I asked him if he would come in and try to talk to you. He says, no, this isn't Austin. And I said, sir, you're here to represent my son. He said,
That's,
do you live in Austin? And he brought up Austin again. I said, sir, I lived here as a child. I know what.
I
you see."
understand, and he
And then
shouldn't,
he walked off on me. And I
Well-
said, sir, can you please go let them know he hasn't been out?
Are you-
long enough?"
but you're not gonna be able to, be here tomorrow?
No, sir. I missed up. I own a tattoo studio and
Okay.
he's got school in the morning and work tomorrow.
I'm sorry. I can get him back in the morning and talk to the attorney and have him explain, but you're not gonna be here. And have him explain what you have told me, and without you being here,
Yeah.
it's not gonna be much of a debate.
Yes, sir.
But I can bring your son back and ask, or direct him, since I appointed him
That
as
would
the
be
attorney,
amazing, sir.
direct him to aggressively deal with this case, and also be forthright with family members, close family members, so they are not in the dark on the way he's going to represent your son.
Yes, sir. And I can show you numerous calls that we've made to his office, both of us over the past 2 weeks. No answer, no reply to messages, very thorough messages, very clear. Made sure we just need to get some information about court. We were trying to appear by Zoom today because we live so far and he
Yes,
had
sir.
work.
Oh,
And we thought that would be better, but Your Honor, I
But
promise
see,
you.
that's,
if
see,
he
that's
wasn't
another problem.
working so hard
This
to
is
stay
why I
away
don't
from
do,
here,
see, this is also why we rarely do Zoom, is because when it's dealing with drug cases, we don't have the ability to test.
Sure,
And
yes, sir.
I can guarantee every drug defendant would want to appear by Zoom, and we're not able to test, which is what we have
And
to
Your
do.
Honor, we didn't get a reply. We drove our butts up here. I got up
Good.
at four o'clock this morning after I worked till midnight.
I thought
I
the
slept
storm-
an
you got
hour.
Caught in a storm, huh?
I drove through it, Your Honor.
Yeah, yeah, it was a
drove
bad
through it.
storm.
He's not a flight risk. He's not going anywhere and he's not a doper. He smokes in the hot, man. And I,
That's not right,
no,
but that's not
no,
right.
it's not.
And you
It's
don't
not
even-
right.
And here's the
he's
deal,
not-
you don't
he's
even know
not
what you're, if, unless you're making it, you don't know what's in it anymore.
Right. It's
I mean,
dangerous.
I had people here with synthetic marijuana cases.
It's so
Which
bad.
is-
And you know,
which is like-
there's a lot
like-
of legislature going on, so there's a lot of that stuff, THC going on in Austin right now. And I totally understand it's illegal, period. But Your Honor, I promise you, it's been a small amount of time, and with the amount of weed that these guys smoke every day, all day, I know that he's doing the right thing, Your Honor. If he wasn't, I wouldn't be standing here.
Okay.
He's doing better than he's ever done. His
All right.
mother's been in prison for murder since he was 4.
So
I wasn't worth. His mother's been in prison for murder since he was 4. Out of this, Jennifer Walter. Yeah,
in
that's
this
it.
court?
I don't know who it was. Halloween night of 1999. Jennifer Walter and Christopher.
Okay. Yeah, when that was before I got there.
Yeah. It was me. I was 19 years old when I had him. It was me. And that was it. And I didn't have any parental guidance. I'm lucky to be standing here in front of you myself, sir. I'm
Why is that? Because you've learned to make the right choices.
because I didn't make
all right.
I didn't make good choices, and I didn't have anybody to help me make good choices, but he has somebody here now. And although I wasn't doing the best when I was younger, as past 14 years have been phenomenal. I own 2 businesses. I also help with an entertainment company, and I'm staying out the way.
Mm.
And I've worked, I would not, a year and a half ago, I would not be standing here talking to you. I wouldn't be here.
What I do when you test positive, you heard, your
Yes, sir.
bond is revoked,
Yes,
then
sir.
it's double. Plus you have to wear a drug patch.
Yeah,
And that's
I can't
all of
afford
the-
double the bond. I
well,
spent everything I had just to get him
what
out. and I
I'll
would
do is
only-
I'm gonna list, I'll bring it back tomorrow. Whatever the bond may be, I can change a bond.
Yes,
for
sir. I'm
anything.
poor.
But a drug patch is going to be required.
Yes,
of-
Your Honor, if he comes back in here and he's dirty, lock him up and don't give him a bond. I don't care.
But
But I
he
promise
can't,
you, he's
we
doing
don't
good.
release him until he tests negative.
Okay, yeah, it will
And
probably
then
take
he's gonna
about
have to have a
30
drug
days.
patch, because if you put a drug patch on early, it'll test positive.
Yeah, right, yeah, yes, sir.
When they
And
take
I don't
it off.
want that for him.
Yeah,
man. I just don't want him to get kicked out of school.
So we'll bring him back tomorrow.
Yeah.
Then I'll do I'll do a drug test on him and see what happens tomorrow.
Okay, yeah,
And then-
it's just for marijuana and that stuff binds to the
No.
fats. It's not like it's out of your system in 72 days. If you do the research, it binds to the fat cells in your
Thank
system,
you.
30 to 60
I'm
days.
familiar with
Yeah,
it, sir.
Up to 90 in
But,
the hair.
but too often marijuana is used
Yes,
as
sir.
a carrier with other methods. And
He just had,
also you don't know what's in the, how some marijuana is stronger than others, and it just works that way and works differently. And that's why when you sniff it, if you smell it, you run like the wind,
Mhm.
especially if you're on bond. You don't even want to sniff it.
Yes,
You
sir.
want to move out of the way, stay out of the way.
Oh, and that's almost.
Because you don't
impossible
know
out
what
there.
it's gonna take to get into your system. And the tests are those are profoundly accurate tests. Is what has been proven accurate through court decisions and science. So that's why we don't do it flippantly.
If it had been over 2 months, I would definitely not even have asked you anything about that or even attempted to. I just thought his attorney should have said, Your Honor, sir, he has only been out of jail for 40 days. He hasn't had enough time to get his system cleaned out. Give him a couple of weeks to get his system cleaned out, come back, take a test.
We'll bring him back tomorrow and
Yes,
see
sir.
where he is.
Yes, sir.
And then I'll bring him back every few days until it tests negative.
Okay, that's fair. And when he
That's what
tests
we-
negative, sir, I promise you,
And I'll talk to Mr. Dusler about what your complaints are, but
I'll try again, Your Honor,
Yes,
to
sir.
contact him. And even on his Google reviews, it says he does not contact his. Because I tried to make sure I was calling the right thing. And on the reviews, it says he will not communicate with his client. And it's several reviews if you look yourself, and that's the thing.
I don't.
I was scared when I walked out there and he was representing my kid because he didn't even sit here and say, "Oh, no, sir, he's this,"
Okay,
you know.
I
That was the
understand.
first thing he should have said, was that he has only been out for
Yes.
40 days.
Okay. All right.
Well, I really appreciate
Thank you,
you
sir.
taking the time to
You
listen.
have
to
this,
me.
you have the,
Fish, I mean, he's got plenty of fish.
oh,
And then my sister-in-law was kind of working on fish, but he cleaned up around the pond, repaired his deck and got it all in shape. So she went fishing this weekend several times.
all right. 24 CR 2109 is called the State of Texas versus Kong Van Pam. Mr. West is the attorney. Are you Kong Pam?
Yes.
Do you speak English, Mr. Pam? A little bit? A little bit. Ciao. And do you speak English and Vietnamese
Yes, sir.
fluently? Who are you?
I'm me.
You're his niece. What is your name, ma'am?
Good evening.
And how long have you been speaking English and Vietnamese in your life? Your whole life?
Yes, my whole life.
Okay. Raise your right hand. First of all, that's your left hand. God bless you.
He doesn't have a right hand.
Oh, he doesn't have a right hand. What happened? What happened? Was it in an accident?
Yes.
Sure about accident.
Oh, that's terrible. Okay, but raise your left hand and your right hand now. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that you will truly translate from Vietnamese to English, English to Vietnamese, Mr. Kong Pam's, and he's your father?
No, he's
Your uncle, his answers that he makes from Vietnamese into English, and the questions that are asked of him by the court or by his attorney, English, you will translate into Vietnamese, the language that Mr. Palm understands. You will do that correctly and accurately, so help you God.
yes, sir.
And I'm going to ask you to translate to Mr. Palm. I'm going to speak English, and I want you to speak Spanish. Spanish is what we often do.
Yeah.
Speak Vietnamese, translate Vietnamese. Are you Kong Pom?
Ông có là ông Công.
Yes.
You can put your hand down.
He said yes.
Okay. Do you solemnly, raise your right hand, your left hand, do you
Gosh.
solemnly swear or affirm
Ông có hứa là nói sự thật.
that you will make true answers to such questions as may be asked of you during this hearing,
Phải nói sự thật. Ông hứa nói sự thật không?
and you will answer truthfully, so help you God?
Yes.
Lower your hand. And I'm going to ask him questions and just repeat, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
And tell us your full name for the Tiffany Lee. Do we have that? How do you spell Lee?
L.E.
Okay. Are you Kong Van Pam?
He said yes.
Okay, you just, you won't say he said, just, you'll answer yes on his behalf, just like he speaks.
Sorry.
Does the defendant waive a formal reading of this indictment? Can we proceed in summary?
Yes, Your Honor.
In summary, this indictment alleges that on or about April 10th, 2024, in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed the offense of operating a motor vehicle while intoxicated. Do you understand what you're charged with?
Yes.
The indictment also goes on to state that you have 2 or more convictions of operating a motor vehicle in a public place while intoxicated. This states that you were convicted in 2005 and 2011.
Yes.
Do you understand? All right. If convicted of paragraphs 1 and 2 of the indictment, you are facing a 3rd-degree felony, which means you can be sentenced to no less than 2 years in prison, no less than 2 years in prison, up to 10 years in prison, and fine up to $10,000. Do you understand?
Yeah.
An agreement has been reached, though, where you would be pleading guilty to what? The DWI?
Yes, sir.
Isn't that a class B?
No, it's
Class A?
enhanced.
A regular.
Or you regular?
It says lesser included. You know what? I've got Kim Wynn. This is Kong Wynn.
Yeah.
Kong Van Pat.
Kim, when we already did.
Yeah. Okay. That's,
Such a change up for me. I was like,
that was the only
No, I
Vietnamese
didn't.
name we had.
Yeah.
It's like, okay.
Sorry.
That's okay.
So
You were just checking us, weren't you, Judge? Thank you.
an agreement has been reached where you would be pleading guilty, sentenced to 10 years in prison. That would be suspended and you would be on probation for 10 years. You would pay $1,000. There would be terms and conditions of probation, which are normal and customary for this type of offense for DWI. And you must, as a condition of probation, you will be sentenced to 10 days. Is it 10 days?
Yes,
Have
sir.
you will be sentenced to 10 days in the county jail as a condition of probation. You have to go to jail for 10 days. Do you understand? He has to go to jail. It's required under Texas law for all cases of a DWI third.
A procedure coming tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah, we can do it later. I would request.
It can be postponed until he's able to do that. How long will he be unable to go to jail? When can he attend the 10 days, which is required?
You protect the obstacle of his own. Can you take it in jail?
Yeah, you're allowed as long as you have a prescription.
Take it with you. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's no problem. How long, when can you,
Now.
a couple weeks, a week, 3 weeks?
Next week,
How about is 2 weeks good?
I can.
Okay, so he would check in. What's 2 weeks from today? On or before 6
June
o'clock
9th.
PM.
June 9th.
Tuesday though, today.
Yeah, oh, that's right. That's right. Sorry.
Yeah, today's a Tuesday.
Would Monday be
Sorry.
better?
I'm living it like a Monday. I apologize.
Think we all are.
Monday
Is
be better?
Monday or in 2 weeks, Monday or Tuesday, which is better?
Tuesday.
Tuesday. All right. 2 weeks from today, you must check into the jail on or before 6 o'clock PM. And you would have to spend 10 days and then you'll be released. If I follow this agreement, you have no right of appeal of your case.
Say yes.
How do you plead to this charge, guilty or not guilty?
You say guilty, you say guilty.
Are you pleading guilty voluntarily and because you are guilty?
Wow. Yeah.
And prior convictions of DWIs in 2008, I'm sorry, 2005 and 2011.
Yeah.
Are those true and correct as they are alleged in the indictment?
Yes.
And are you pleading true and correct voluntarily because they are true?
Yes.
I showed you what's marked as State's Exhibit 1. Did you sign that?
Yes.
Did you understand it? Discuss it with your attorney? Are the contents all true and correct in State's Exhibit 1?
Yes.
State's Exhibit 1 is made a part of the record for all purposes without objection?
Okay.
Okay. This states that you are mentally competent to enter your guilty plea. And it is freely and voluntarily made. You understand what you're charged with. Your attorney has reviewed all of this with you. You are guilty of the offense charged and any lesser included offenses. You are giving up your rights to a jury trial and the rights to the appearance, confrontation, and cross-examination of witnesses. You were totally satisfied with the representation provided by your lawyer. All of this is true and correct, this says. Is that true?
Yes.
State's Exhibit 1 is made a part of the record for all purposes, without objection.
No, yes.
Is a pre-sentence report waived?
Please, Your Honor, yes.
I'm going to follow this agreement. And Mr. Palm, I'm going to find you are pleading guilty today voluntarily. You are mentally competent to do so. You understand and appreciate the consequences of pleading guilty.
Yes.
Yes.
You are giving up your rights to a jury trial and the rights to the presentation of witnesses. You are satisfied with your attorney, and you are also guilty of the two DWI convictions in 2005 and 2011, as the indictment shows. And all of this is true and correct, so help you God.
Yes.
State's Exhibit 1 made a part of the record for all purposes. Sentence report is waived?
Yes.
All right. I'm going to find you were pleading guilty to paragraphs 1 and 2 of this indictment, which constitute a third-degree felony. You are mentally competent to enter these pleas today. State's Exhibit 1, admitted at this hearing, supports your guilty plea to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. I now find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt of this third-degree felony of DWI. I am going to follow this agreement. You are hereby sentenced to confinement in the institutional division prison for 10 years. That is suspended, and you were placed on probation instead for 10 years. Please follow these terms and conditions of probation that the probation officer is going to review with you here in a minute. You must pay a fine of $1,000. You must stand. You must have an auto ignition interlock system in any vehicle you operate. That's to test you before you start the car to make sure you're not intoxicated. Everyone with a DWI has to have that. There will be other terms and conditions of probation that the probation officer will review with you. Please make sure you follow these terms. If you fail to follow these terms and conditions of probation, your probation could be revoked. And then you could be sentenced up to 10 years in prison. We don't want that. So make sure you're always sober when you drive. The probation papers are given to this lady. Please speak with her, and she will go over all those terms, and you're going to need to translate with her and Mr. Palm.
Yes.
Mr. Palm, do you understand what has happened today, sir?
He's like, he's on his medication. If he check in, how do we?
Yeah, he has to have a prescription. Okay, he needs to bring that when he checks into the jail.
Prescription having medication.
And what they'll do is they'll keep it and they administer it to him. They have to give it to him because they don't want, if people kept it in the jail, they'd give it to other people. We don't want that. It's in the bottle. He has to bring that with the prescription. God bless you.
The prescription is, he's go Houston, Winston, Texas.
Get them to send it in the mail with a prescription or something and print it out, something to verify that it's prescription.
Yeah, work with Mr. West. He's the attorney. If you'll tell him where the prescription is, they can fax or send something to him and he can print it out properly. And if there's a problem, let me know.
Yeah.
Okay, he needs to report
By next 2 weeks from.
June
today.
10th.
Yes.
June 10th. That's
Yeah.
okay.
When you check in jail, in
At the jail, yes.
Jefferson County. Yes, ma'am. Here. Please see the probation officer. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Ciao.